What's going on, guys? Peter from GoodyReader.com here. Now, we've been wanting to get around to this video for quite some time. We've been busy with some other stuff, but this is a video comparison of all three color technologies. We're not counting RLCD, TLCD, Triton, anything like that, MIP, for example. We are simply comparing the three most prevalent color technologies in the e-reader world, which is Gallery, Spectra, and of course, Kaleido. So in this video, we're going to be taking close-up looks, comparisons, putting them under the microscope, and really talking about which color screen is suited for which application, photo frames, e-notes, etc. So without further ado, let's get started. We're not really going to get too much into the chronology of everything, but we'll give you guys a little bit of info behind each screen tech. Starting off with Spectra. Spectra, since its inception, has pretty much been earmarked for signage, and as you'll see, the refresh is very slow. Spectra can't be harnessed to any realistic degree to get any sort of quick command screen changes, so it's mostly used for things that need to stay stale for an extended period of time. Gallery 3. Gallery 3 has been a difficult one to harness, to say the least, but if coded and programmed right, you actually can get it to work on e-notes, e-readers, etc. There's only been a handful of Gallery 3 enabled devices, and fewer of such have ever been released, ours included, with the bigme collaboration, which failed 14 months after its inception. Currently, Remarkable is the only manufacturer in the industry that is using Gallery on their devices. Kaleido. Whatever way you want to swing it, 1, 2, 2.5, plus, 3, etc., it is the king of color. Maybe not from a visual standpoint, but from a realistic standpoint. Every single manufacturer uses Kaleido. Amazon, Rakuten Kobo, Onyx, bigme, you name it, everyone uses it. It's the perfect middle ground between looking good and performing well. You can watch videos, you can use it on monitors, phones, it works everywhere and anywhere. The Kaleido screen employs almost a standard pixel pack, like an LCD, with a gridded layout of various colors. This is the most simplistic and organized order of how you could lay your screen out. The Gallery 3 screen employs a little bit of a honeycomb structure, but allows each cell to seemingly bleed into each other. This reduces harsh edges and aids in the overall high-resolution nature of the screen. Spectra as well utilizes a honeycomb pattern, however has significantly sharper lines than the other two screen technologies, which means close-up you can see the inconsistencies and this leads to less round lines, however from far away it is visually stunning. From a vivid standpoint, you will see that the Spectra has the richest colors overall. So the blacks are going to be very, very dark black, the blues are going to be blue, the yellows, the reds, etc. Now the only downside currently with Spectra is that although it looks really good from afar, really closely, it doesn't have the greatest resolution. You'll see a lot of peppering in the neck here and the dots on the necktie. Whereas if you go over to the Gallery, you'll see that although the colors are on the same palette as this one, the resolution is the highest, so you actually get 300 ppi in color on Gallery 3, whereas on Kaleido you don't. This one has the most kind of muted colors, and it is pretty much left up to the individual manufacturer as to what they're left to do with the vividness controls, because you can see the palette of colors they're using here is vastly different than the other ones. These are ever so obviously dark blue, and this is very light blue, so we're not sure what's going on there, but we have seen a pretty normal spread on Kaleido using a drastically different set of colors on the color wheel. Now, the beauty about Spectra, again, is that you can display these on massive scales and they look fantastic. Gallery 3 can't really be displayed all that big. There's not a whole lot of screen sizes that utilize anything above 11 inches, whereas Kaleido can use upwards of 13.3, and again, as we've said many times, if you're scrubbing through the video, this has the greatest level of refresh, so if you go left and right, it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, you can do your pinch and zooms, etc. Gallery's going to struggle, it's going to flash, it's going to flicker, the colors are going to be odd, there's going to be a ton of staining, ton of artifacting, and sometimes when you do things it takes a little bit of time for it to figure out what to do. And no, you can't interact with Spectra. You can interact with some Spectra devices, but not the ones that utilize photorealism from afar. When it comes to Spectra, it is for photo frames, almost exclusively. Photo frames and signage. You really can't get any refresh out of it, and it can't be implemented into any ebook readers or e-notes. It's simply too slow, and it's expensive. When it comes to large screen signage, it doesn't get any visually nicer than this. Gallery initially started as signage as well, but as the technology moved forward, the refreshing became drastically quicker. Although it still has some shortcomings, it is the best looking e-paper you can possibly get that can be suited for a tablet or ebook reader. Notes may be a little bit laggy and turning pages may be flickery, but you can do it. Kaleido is the gold standard of color. Over 100 devices across 20 plus manufacturers that utilize Kaleido to this very day. It is the quickest, it has the best trade-off, the colors shine through, and there's really no negatives relative to its use case. Hope this helped you all, and of course if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching.